Howdy, my name is Mitch and Zoelzer. I'm currently a junior here. I'm a communications, political science, psychology major. Around campus, I'm involved in residence life. I'm the current Olson Hall manager, the current co-editor of the Pioneer Yearbook, leader of Student Diversity Action Coalition, as well as Amnesty International, a mock trial team captain, as well as the Deacon of Community Action on Church Council this past year. I'll be serving as the Vice President of Church Council next year.
Hi there, I'm Abe. I'm currently a junior and a biology major, and some of the activities I'm involved in around campus are in the Res Life office. I'm an assistant hall director in Ilse Soccer Hall. I'm also in the Student Activities Council, serving as the homecoming co-chair for next year. And I'm also in the Honor Council and the acting chairperson. And I'm also involved in service activities around the community.
Throughout this campaign, we've developed a platform based on 5 points or 5 problems that we see currently with Student Senate that we'd like to develop practical solutions in helping fix. These problems include communication,
Integration of students,
student representation,
committee effectiveness,
as well as transparency. One important thing that we've noticed throughout this year is the lack of two-way communication to and from Senate. The main part of this platform is that we would like to develop a Katie site that everyone would be automatically enrolled in. This Katie site would serve as a forum for students to let us know what issues they'd like to see discussed or opinions that they have that would affect Student Senate, as well as give Student Senate an opportunity and a medium to reach out to students to show what issues are being discussed, to release polls about those issues, to make sure that we are moving in the direction that the student body would like us to move in.
What we're trying to accomplish next year is bring students to Senate and see what ideas they have, and also for Senate to reach out to students, including the extracurricular leaders, involving them in Senate, or if not, making sure we know they're a resource and we're available for any of their needs and a good source of communication. Also, making sure that students are aware of our leadership funding, that Senate does have the funds to sponsor different activities that they're willing to come and propose to us, and we'll decide whether we feel like we can and will fund it.
Speaking to student representation, something that we've been in discussion with the current Senate toward the end of this year is making sure that Student Senate is a fair representation of the student body. There are currently proposals going through to add a representative both for the Performing Arts Committee as well as for the Student Athletic Advisory Council. We'd like to see those 2 positions and continue to work toward those, as well as consider other areas of campus that may lack representation, such as residence life or dining services. Additionally, there's been some concern just about how the Diversity Center representation works, the fact that there are 6 current Diversity Center representatives, and so we'd like to sort of look at that and make sure that the representatives that we do have, that we sort of understand how they work, and that the student body can better understand how they do represent the whole cross-section of the people we have here at Luther.
Part of our plan with dealing with committee effectiveness within Student Senate is to make sure that we are holding committees accountable for the responsibilities and what they entail. We want to make sure every individual is actively participating within their committee and holding out their responsibilities. And I feel like if they aren't holding up to what they're supposed to be, that we are more than willing to take the appropriate action to make sure that we are serving the student body as well as possible.
There's an idea around campus that people don't know what Student Senate does, or they think they may know what we do but think that we're ineffective at doing it. It's important that the student body has a way to reach out to us to let us know if we are being effective or not. There's different ways that we see this, that we can apply this. Number 1, working to set up perhaps an editorial or a section in CHIPS bi-weekly that would allow us to report to the students in terms of the directions they're moving and what initiatives we are working on. Additionally, we'd like to see an open forum at the end of each semester in which people can present their opinions, concerns, or ideas on whether or not Student Senate has moved in a direction that the student body feels is appropriate. Finally, we need more transparency with telling the students what happens during each meeting in terms of publishing the students that were in attendance at the meeting as well as letting students know what their representatives voted for. Both of us are very passionate about serving the student body in this capacity next year. We've spent quite a few hours developing these platforms and coming up with these practical solutions to address the problems that we see. Throughout this campaign, as well as throughout next year, we want to make sure that all the students are aware that we are always open to any issues, comments, concerns, or suggestions that you might have. If you allow us, we would love to take this passion, drive, and our practical ideas and put them to use next year in making Student Senate the best that it can be.